Hello everyone, welcome to another video. In this video we are going to discuss some examples of the usage of the LINQ method sum. Okay. As we saw in the theoretical example, the sum method will just compute the arithmetical sum of the elements in a collection. Okay. So in this case, and as we did for the theoretical example, let's call the sum method on this collection, and we expect that the return is 15. That's the sum of all of these elements in this collection, okay? And then we will see a more complex scenario, okay? So let's create a sum variable that will just call the sum method on our simple collection, okay? Not simple collections dot sum, okay? You can also call, as I've said in the theoretical example, this method with no parameters or pass a selector. Okay, so we will see what this is in a second. Okay, so in this case we expect 15 to be returned, and so that's what we will do. Let's console write line this and see that indeed 15 is returned. Sum of elements in collection is, and then let's print it out. Okay, as I said before, we expect 15 to be here, and when we run this we would see, okay, 15 is returned. Okay, so if you're just using the sum method in a already numeric collection, then normally that's it. That's how you would use it. But as I said before, the sum method accepts a selector. Okay, a selector is, unlike the predicate returns a boolean. The selector should return, in this case, in the case of sum, a number. And you would normally use sum with a selector when you use the sum method in a complex collection, okay? Like this, for example. Let's say you have this complex collection and you are interested to know the sum of the ages of the people. Okay, if for example you were on an e-commerce scenario, this could be your cart that has an array of items, and then each item has a price, and then you would want to know how much do I have on my cart. How would you do that? Okay, we already know we can use select methods and then extract this and call this the sum method on that new collection, but we can also do it with the sum method directly. Okay, and let's see how we can do it. So if I'm using the complex collection, okay, like this, you see I cannot call the sum method directly, okay, because it tells me here, okay, I just can't. Okay, and so what we can do instead is to pass, as I said before, a selector, and that will, from this collection, so from all the elements on this collection, I want to select the age. Okay, again, this is not a predicate where this returns a boolean like we had, for example, for the count method. So this is a boolean. Okay, this will return a boolean. This is a predicate, but in this case we have a selector where from this elements of this list of person we are going to select a property that happens to be a number, because that's what the one of the types that the sum method accepts. Okay, and in this case we expect this to be quite a big number. So 140, okay, because it will go through this collection sum, and based on the selector, as you see here, it will select the age first and then sum it up. You could achieve the exact same thing by doing the following, okay? You could get the complex collection, select the age, and then do a sum. Okay? You could do precisely the exact same thing here in collection with select is sum. And when you run this, you should see the exact same number. Okay? I believe that this is a bit easier to read, but you can choose whatever strategies you feel like using if they ultimately achieve the same outcome. Okay. So just one simple thing to have in consideration is if the collection is empty, no exceptions will be thrown. Okay. The sum is just 0. Okay. Of course, if you have null collections, or if this is null on the selector side, of course null exceptions can be thrown. But assuming that that's not the case, if the collection is empty, as I said, don't worry about it, it will return 0. Okay. Well, that's what I wanted to discuss about the LINQ sum method. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.